All right, guys, welcome back to the Green Zone. This is episode 39, week 7 of the NFL. Sorry for the delay here, guys. I know it's late for you and all of my main viewers on the East Coast, as it's already 10 o'clock here on the West Coast. So I'm still trying to get you those last-minute bets and give you that options. Had various reasons why we're late. Not going to get into it and bore you. Here we go. Right off the rip, guys, we are going to do head-to-head matchups. So without any further ado, let's kick it off. First up, we have the Panthers at the Saints, guys. This is a no-brainer to me. The Saints should win this game. They're the better team. They have the better quarterback. They have the better team all around. I already said it. The Panthers are inconsistent. They're not good. Not sure why they were even favored last week. We won some money off of that game. If you listen to me, yes, sir. But I don't see Drew Brees and the Saints losing to Teddy Bridgewater and those lowly Panthers. Rawr. So give me the Saints right off the rip going on. I know it's a division game, guys, and I know that the Saints have been a little less consistent than they've been in the past, but I still like the Saints in that one. Next, we got the Bills at the Jets. I like the Bills a lot in this one. The Bills are the modern-day Patriots in the sense that they are now going to take advantage of and beat up on that crappy division that they play in. So they got a matchup against the Jets. They're going to beat them like they will beat the Dolphins, like they will beat the new Patriots under the regime of Cam Newton. Give me the Bills in a game where I think they're going to want to put their foot down and show that they're a legit team. They don't have a legit competitive team that they're going up against this week. So double win for the Bills there. Browns at Bengals, guys. I think this is redemption week for some teams, and you can go ahead and include the Browns on this one. I don't really think that the Bengals are a legitimate team to continue to show us anything impressive. They got a young quarterback who can put up the numbers, and I think in the future he will be their quarterback. However, the Browns are a team that's trying to put something together here. I know they've had a couple of disappointing weeks, but they bounced back this week in another divisional matchup and redeemed themselves. Cowboys at the Washington football team. Look, this game could really honestly go either way. It's the NFC least. Nobody cares about these teams really outside of Dallas and Washington. I'm not sure how many people in Washington really care either. The Cowboys don't have a quarterback. This just in. Andy Dalton's not that good. Washington football team, don't really know who their quarterback is right now or who it's going to be. Don't really care. I'm going to say that the Cowboys win this game just because I have to pick a team, but we're going to stay away from this one. Next, Packers at Texans, guys. Redemption week for the Packers. They went last week against the Buccaneers. They got embarrassed on in an important game. Tom Brady and the Bucs spanked them up and down the field. I think the Packers and Aaron Rodgers come out in this one and really put their foot down and show the NFL what they're about. So I just think it's a tough matchup for the Texans again. And they're not very good on top of that. Next, Steelers at Titans, guys. I think the Steelers are going to win this one simply for the fact that they have, I think, what's a better defense than the Tennessee Titans. The Titans are winning games and they're undefeated, but they're not really doing it defensively. They're mostly doing it through Derrick Henry and good play calling and coaching by Vrabel. I like Vrabel. I like him better than most coaches. I think he's good, but I'm just going to say that Steelers win this one as a feeling, guys. I really got that feeling. It's Steelers season, and they got it rolling right now. Buccaneers at Raiders, guys. This one's tough. The Raiders are very unpredictable. I don't like betting against Tom Brady, and that's what it's going to come down to. Give me the Buccaneers beating the Raiders. This game might be closer than some think. Chiefs at Broncos, continuing with the redemption theme. The Chiefs just lost an embarrassing one, right? Now they're going to come out. They're going to play a lowly divisional opponent in the Broncos. I think they spanked the Broncos in this one. We'll come back to win some money later on this as well. Jaguars at Chargers. Chargers win this one. I know the Chargers have played more impressive than people thought or anticipated. However, they're not winning a lot of games. Go ahead and check the schedule. I know that they're close games, and they get out there and they put a better effort than people think. They're not winning that much. This just in, neither are the Jaguars. They look terrible as well. So it's a battle of the shits here. I'm going to say the Chargers pull this off as they're just a better all-around team. And they've got a quarterback who is, trying to show us something where Gardner Minshew's trying to hang on. Next, 49ers at Patriots, guys. I think the Patriots win this one. I think they win this one big. I think it's a trap game when it comes to betting, so we will win some on this game. The Niners have a problem stopping quarterbacks who have the ability to either run or manipulate the pocket and scramble for meaningful yards. They struggled against Kyler Murray. They struggled against Daniel Jones. They even struggled against Ryan Fitzpatrick, who I think is the least nimble quarterback in the NFL. So we're going to say that Cam Newton, who tends to lead the Patriots in rushing, goes off in this one. The Niners, I know they surprised a lot of people last week when they beat the Rams, a Rams team who a lot of people were saying, hey, this team's starting to come around. They're starting to look like that team that went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago. The Niners are a bad matchup for the Rams. They're not a bad matchup for the Patriots. The Patriots actually are a bad matchup for the Niners, so we're going to go Pats in this one. I also don't think that Bill Belichick isn't the type of coach who will lose 2 weeks in a row, and I don't think he allows it to happen this week, so give me the Patriots in this one. Seahawks at Cardinals, guys. I think the Seahawks win in a shootout. Neither team plays that great at defense. If the Seahawks are going to lose their undefeated season, it will be this week against a divisional opponent in the Cardinals. So if you wanted to go upset here, you could, but I'm going to go with the favorite and say the Seahawks to be safe. And finally, Bears at Rams, guys. We are going to pick the underdog here. We're going to say that the Rams lose 2 games in a row. The wheels start coming off a little bit as the Niners give the blueprint on how to beat the Rams if you have the defensive players to do it. The Bears certainly do. Give me the Bears doing it defensively, and their offense and Nick Foles doing just enough to keep them rolling. That is it for our head-to-head matchups, guys. Last week we went 9-5 on those. Little less than where we want to be. We usually want to be around that 12-3, 11-4 mark, somewhere up there. 9-5 is fine, don't get me wrong. We strive for perfection here on the Green Zone. So let's go ahead and kick that up a notch this week. All right, that does it for our head-to-head matchups and pick'ems. We will go ahead and continue on to our betting segment, where we need to cue that betting music for you guys. I mean, it's all you guys tune in for, right? All right. So, first look. Only had to go through once to find these guys. I got a lot of them for you guys. Last week we went 7-4. I warned you guys, however, to be careful of those overs, right? You heard me say, this is the week 6, week 7, right around the middle of the season, where the NFL likes to pull back on those scores a little bit. Call it conspiracy theorist in me, but this seems to happen consistently for me to actually bring it up. So I said, here's 3 overs I'm going to give you, but be very careful. All 3 of those overs were on the second take, by the way. We went 1-3 on those overs. So looks like I should have heeded my own advice there and not bet so much on the overs. Take those out. We go, I believe it's 7-2 or 6-2, which sounds better than 7-4 to me. However, we're not nitpicking. 7-4 is fine. We are going to shoot to be even higher this week. Let's do it. Packers minus 3.5 versus the Texans. Texans aren't very good. Not sure why the Packers aren't favored by more than 3.5 points. I'd feel extremely confident if this was a 3-point game. Give me I'll take the 3.5 minus. I'll still take the favorite in the Packers. This one, I'm almost considering a lock. Packers, like I said, coming out, redemption week. Texans don't have much to play for. They made the right move in getting rid of Bill O'Brien. They're still not a good team. Deshaun Watson is the type of guy who's going to get you a lot of garbage points and not meaningful points. Expect that as the Packers probably stomp on him and stomp on him hard here. But the Texans, I don't think get back within 3.5 points. There is a shot because I do know Deshaun Watson makes those games closer than they actually are. But I like the Packers, and I like them coming out and really making a statement here after getting embarrassed by the Buccaneers. I know that Aaron Jones is questionable. He came out that he doesn't want to, or he wants to play and tough through the injury, but the team's not going to rush him back. Last I heard, he's questionable. It's going to be a game-time decision. Even if they pull him, be aware of his backup rookie, A.J. Dillon. I understand that Jamal Williams is going to get some of the carries, but I think A.J. Dillon is a more talented back here. I personally have him as a handcuff in my league, and I think the guy's poised to do something special here as the Texans give up some of the most yardage per game in the NFL. So, it doesn't matter. Devontae Adams and Jones will get it done. Aaron Rodgers will get it done themselves. If Jones isn't in, A.J. Dillon and Jamal Williams will get it done. So, moving on. Steelers +1 versus the Texans. Guys, I like the Steelers to actually win this game. I know the Titans are rolling right now. I know we win a lot of money off of the Titans. But I like an upset in this one, and I think the Steelers may be onto something and may be back here. Give me them plus the points. We'll take the underdog in this one. We'll take a chance. Next, Chiefs -7 versus the Broncos. Again, along that redemption theme. If the Chiefs are going to come out, they're going to make a statement that was a little aberration when they lost to the Raiders, then they're going to do it against the lowly Denver Broncos. I know that the Chiefs' defense isn't very good. They won a Super Bowl without a very good defense. So, They're playing a Broncos team who doesn't have any sort of caliber quarterback to take advantage of that. So give me the Chiefs minus the 7. We'll swallow those points, and we'll swallow all the money that we get in return. Pats versus the 49ers, guys. Look, I love betting against my team. You know why? Because if they win, great, I don't care. If they lose, at least I get a little money consolation prize, right? That's how I look at it. I don't care how you look at it. That's how I look at it. Not to defend myself. I don't know you. So the point is, the Pats are -3 favorites here. The 49ers are not going to lose this game by 3. They'll lose it by more than 3. The Niners, what is going on in our background? Holy smokes. Let's get something back. Hey, there's our guys. All right, so Niners, you can't throw me off of my game. The Niners are going to lose this game. Cam Newton, expect a big one from him. He's going to be rushing all over the Niners. All over. All over. You're going to be feeling a little bit of Superman out there. He's going to be doing his thing. Look, I like the way the Niners played last week. They are missing both of their starting safeties. Jaquiski Tartt, Jimmy Ward, both out. Tavarius Moore and Marcel Harris are in. They're not the same type of player. Richard Sherman's return is questionable. They're still not sure if he's going to go, if he's going to be able to play every down. That's a lot of players that they're missing. They've got, I think it's Warner. No, not. Anyways, they've got a lot of players out. It's no secret the Niners have a lot of injuries, and I just don't see them doing it against the Patriots. I think Belichick is going to be able to scheme something up to get George Kittle out of the game. That means the Niners are going to have to beat the Patriots by going through the air and on the outsides, because Belichick knows how to take away what you think you do best away from you. That is George Kittle and the Niners running game. The Niners don't have Raheem Mostert. Without Raheem Mostert, the Niners offense dips drastically. Their second backup running back, McKinnon, is no longer the Jet. He doesn't have the same explosion that he used to have. I'm sorry. Look, everyone's pulling for you. You had a gruesome injury. You know, everybody knows that you fought back to get where you need to be in the NFL right now. It's taken a couple of years, and that's inspiring. However, you just don't have the same explosiveness and the same drive that you used to. So that means that they're going to get Hasty, practice squad running back rookie, who it looked more explosive than McKinnon last week. I hope the guy gets 12 to 15 carries so the Niners can see what he can do. But he's not Raheem Mostert, right? He's not that guy, and neither is McKinnon. So the Niners will take a step back on offense. It's like 1 step forward, 3 steps back for this team with injuries. That's going to go ahead and hurt them against a team that's well coached and against a quarterback that knows how to scramble when he needs to. 2 weaknesses for the Niners this year: scrambling quarterback and consistent defense on the receivers. I think that the Patriots take advantage of that and actually get that big play that they've been looking for downfield and haven't been able to get. You give the Patriots that with the defense that they have, it's lights out. I think the Niners lose this one big. Bears +6 versus the Rams. Look, we won some money earlier this year with the Bears as the underdogs. I like it. I'm going to roll with it. I think the Rams were exposed a little bit by the Niners. Bears have a better defense than the Niners. Now, be careful, because Khalil Mack may be out this game. If Mack Attack is out for this game, he is the engine of that defense. Go ahead and scratch this from your betting list, okay? You understand? Scratch this if Khalil Mack is out, all right? If he's going, take the Bears +6. It's a closely matched. These teams are more closely matched than you think. Can I get that out of my mouth? Holy Moses! All right, guys. Second take. I want the over. Yes, I just, told you guys, reprimanded myself, lectured you guys about being careful on the overs as we get later in the season. Whenever the NFL likes to zig, you got to zag. Whenever they zag, you got to zig. On this one, however, the Seahawks are giving up over 400 yards per game through the air. The Cardinals have a better defense, but the Seahawks know how to score. That, to me, makes for a high-scoring game. I think this goes back and forth. I think the Seahawks are hard to stop, so even with the Cardinals' decent defense, the Seahawks are going to score. And the Seahawks have a terrible defense, and the Cardinals know how to score with that decent offense. So I think they do their part, is my point. They're going to get over that 55 mark and get us in the payday. Next, Cowboys +1. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. Andy Dalton +1 point. I don't know. Sounds like a disaster, but we got to throw something out there for you guys. I don't like either of these teams. It's a real questionable divisional type game. Could be a close one. In a close game, give me the points. I know it's not a lot, but I think this line moves a little bit by the time you guys bet tomorrow. It might be the Cowboys +2 or 3, as they look pretty dang atrocious last week. I think you give Andy Dalton another week to get together with his team and decide that, hey, we just got to give the ball to Zeke Elliott. That's probably what they'll do. They also have some awesome offensive weapons. I know Dalton's never really been good, but he does have a lot of weapons there in Dallas. The Washington football team is wildly inconsistent. That's because they have wildly inconsistent quarterback play. Those are two links, or that's a link you can make a lot throughout this season, by the way, guys. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But go ahead and give me the Cowboys +1. Next, over at 46 in the Bills-Jets games. I haven't seen a total point for a game in the 40s in a while, so I want to take advantage of it. I think the Bills it's a statement game for them, a redemption game for them. They come out, they want everyone to take them seriously. In order to do that, you got to win your division. And, well, look who's in their division, the lowly Jets. I think the Jets can do their part, maybe put up at least, 10 to 20 points, but that's all you got to do, right? All you got to do is put up 20 points each, and we're going to get over that 46 mark. I mean, okay, fine, 21, 23, it doesn't matter. It's not that high in today's NFL. Give me the over at 46 in the Bills-Jets game. Third glance. Just gave him a peek. Just gave him a little glance like a what? Are we looking at him? Huh? I don't know. Maybe? A glance. All right, third glance. Raiders +5 versus the Buccaneers. This is one of those games, guys. I hate the Raiders. I hate them. Their fans are even more annoying. That's right. I said it. Call me. Here's the deal. Nobody can really put their finger on the Raiders. They're inconsistent as all heck. They've got an offense that could be explosive through John Gruden and his schemes one day, and Derek Carr looks all right. I know he's a check-down quarterback, but they have enough weapons there, and Waller and Josh Jacobs, their rookie guy who's doing great, whose name escapes me. It's late. I don't know. You know who I'm talking about. Jeez Louise. Get off my back. Next. I'm just going to say that the Raiders plus the points in a game that could be close. I know last time we bet against Tom Brady, we got burnt. That probably happens here again, so be careful. I just think it's fun. Let's bet on him, Next, Henry Ruggs, that's the receiver. Henry Ruggs, Josh Jacobs, and Darren Waller. That's a three-headed monster right there, a young one that some of you guys may not have heard of, but get used to it. They have also a good defense. The Raiders defense has stepped it up. They've gotten better. So, this could be a tougher matchup than people think. I know the Bucs look great as they beat up on the Packers last week, but the Raiders, they could surprise you. I'll take them plus the points. Browns -3 versus the Bengals, the divisional game, so it's expected to be close. The Bengals are able to put up points a little bit better than people thought. Joe Burrow seems like, a 2 or 3 year experienced quarterback, and I know he's a rookie, but look, the Browns defense isn't terrible. I know the Browns have struggled. They've had some tough matchups. I think that they're a legit team. So, look, and the Bengals aren't. Let's be clear. The Bengals can put up points maybe, but they're not a legit team. So, they have a terrible rush defense. I know we've been saying the last couple of weeks, watch out for Kareem Hunt, watch out for Kareem Hunt. He's disappointed a little bit. Watch out for Kareem Hunt this week. I think he doesn't disappoint, and he makes us happy. As he gets in the end zone a couple times there, Baker, touchdown maker, will keep up with Joe Burrows, and I think the Browns win this one by more than 3. And finally, guys, option number 11 for you, the over at 44 in the Chiefs-Broncos game. I thought this was a typo when I first saw it. I'm not really sure why the total is so low. I understand that the Broncos can't score. They'll field goal you to death. But the bottom line is the Chiefs do score, and they often put up point totals because their defense is so terrible and their offense is so awesome. The point totals for their games, the last time one was in the 40s, I can't remember when. I think this one gets up to the 50s, possibly a little higher. Give me the over at 44 in the Chiefs-Broncos game. Guys, that is it. Psych. That's it for the betting segment. We still have our daily fantasy segment. Sorry, I got a little antsy in my pantsy there. We are going to go ahead and give you guys, as soon as I can find my notes here, flip around, turn it over, do a little dooley-dad. There it is. Didn't do so well last week as we went over as we did our daily fantasy. I kind of threw my, that together last minute, so that could have been the problem. Did a lot more research for you guys this week, so I apologize. We only gave you 3 top 10 finishers last week in daily fantasy. We're going to step it up this week. Here we go. It was our worst week, all right? Give me 1 week. We've dominated the rest of the year. Here we go. Number 1, Kyler Murray. Like I said, this is going to be a shootout game between the Seahawks and the Cardinals. I like Kyler Murray. I like his running ability. I think he puts up massive points. Give me him there. Next, Big Ben. He's lower on some lists as far as fantasy rankings. I like him this week. Titans give up a lot through the air. I think Big Ben keeps that Steelers team rolling. Give me Big Ben. And third, we talked about him a couple of times, Cam Newton. Look, I know my Niners better than anyone else. They struggle against this type of quarterback. Cam Newton will get in on the end zone, on the ground, and or through the air more than once. Running backs. Alvin Kamara. Yes, he's widely recognized as the #1 option in New Orleans, and everybody knows if he's on your team, you should have him start. But I want you to spend the money here in your daily fantasy because I'm going to have you save money on your second running back in either J.D. McKissic or A.J. Dillon. Point being, if A.J. Dillon does go, he is the more talented back. He is better than Jamal Williams. When LaFleur was interviewed about his running back and his confidence as rookie running back, if Aaron Jones couldn't go, he said he has the utmost confidence in A.J. Dillon that he can do anything and everything that Jones can do. That's impressive since Aaron Jones is on about a 25-26 game touchdown scoring streak, something that's up there in the all-time records. That's impressive, right? That's no little statement. That's a big statement. We've also got J.D. McKissic. You may not have heard of him. He's on the Washington football team. Yes, that's the team without an official name. I guess they're going with that. I don't know if it's out of spite or out of dumbness. The bottom line is J.D. McKissic in a PPR league gets his points. They use him in the passing game a lot. The Washington football team is behind a lot. The Washington football team does not have a quarterback, which means whoever they put in there is going to be captain checkdown, throwing to tight ends, throwing to running backs, emergency outlet. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. Give me J.D. McKissic. You get the points. He will get you it and be a cheaper component of your offense. You got to act like a GM here. You got to act like an owner here, right? Daily fantasy. We have a cap. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't the NBA. This isn't the MLB. We can't just pay for whoever we want. Goodness. Next, wide receivers. DeAndre Hopkins. I know he disappointed last week in a plus matchup. The Seahawks are giving up record-breaking points per game to fantasy wide receivers. I think they're averaging 38 points to the #1 wide receiver of the opposing team. I like that in those odds when I've got DeAndre Hopkins, one of the best wide receivers that I've seen play in several years, so give me DeAndre Hopkins. Kenny Golladay. The Lions also have a great matchup. I left Stafford off my quarterback list because I don't trust him. He had a great matchup the week before, and he didn't do very well. Kenny Golladay is always going to get his, though. You can trust in KG. Number 3, Scary Terry. It is October, right? Halloween's around the corner. Gotta go with Scary Terry. The guy's been tearing it up. The unfortunate part is that he plays for a crappy team. Yes, the Washington football team. Yes, I realize you have 2 Washington football team options on here. Don't play them both. The Dallas Cowboys suck on defense, so you could play them both. But if you do go with J.D. McKissic, don't go with Terry McLaurin. If you do go with Terry McLaurin, don't go with McKissic. It's not that hard. Terry McLaurin's a beast. He's been doing it all year. He's just been doing it for a shitty team. Get him. Next, tight ends, Darren Waller. Raiders coming off of a bye. They're well rested. Darren Waller. Honestly, this guy's so talented that you could stretch him out and have him in the slot wide receiver position. I'd like to see the Raiders do that a little bit more, have Gruden get a little bit more creative and do that. Guy has the hand skills and the speed and the talent to do so. He's really just coming into his own, even though he's been and bounced around the NFL for a few years. You guys all saw the story on Hard Knocks. This guy's cool. I like him. I'm pulling for him. He works hard. Give me Darren Waller. He's going to get his and do his thing against those Buccaneers. Robert Tonyan. You may not have heard of him, but he's going to get in the end zone at least once. Look, we all know that tight ends have been the toughest position to predict this year. It's highly boom or bust. It's been the most toxic position for your team guaranteed this year, as you're either getting 15 to 20 or maybe even 30 points from a tight end one week, and then he's giving you 0 to 5 or 6. It's very unpredictable. So if we got a guy who at least gets into the end zone with a touchdown catch, we want him on our team, right? Robert Tonyan is going to be that guy. He's not going to get a lot of receptions. He's not going to be your PPR guy, but he is going to be your end zone option, and he's probably going to get that touchdown from Aaron Rodgers, who plays on the Packers if you don't know who he is. He's a big target. He's coming down with touchdowns. Comes down with one this week. And then finally, TJ Hawkinson. Yes, he's been inconsistent. So have all tight ends. So I like him this week. He's got a plus matchup. Give me Hawkinson. That does it for me, guys. I'm done. I'm sick of you. I know you're not sick of me. I'll see you next week so you can get that green and get into that zone. Mwah.